So we're doing lower body hip opening. Hip, legs, opening. Right. So hang on half a sec, let me just get the screen right. Right, brilliant. Okay. So sitting on your mats, legs stretched out in front. Let's make sure that your legs are parallel. So your knees are the center of your knees, center of your hips, center of your feet are in line. Feet are pointing straight up to the sky. Knees are pointing straight up to the sky. So find your kneecaps and just give them a bit of a roll. You can hold on to the inside of them and pull the kneecap out to the outside of your leg. And then you can push on the outside of your kneecap and push that over to the inside of your leg. And you can just feel the edge of your kneecap and you can just roll it. So that should be flat on your knee joint. So just rubbing on those legs, just roll down towards the feet, soften your knees and let them bend a little bit. Bring your tummy right as far down to your thighs as you can, holding onto your ankles or your feet. And then just gently push that right knee down towards the floor and gently push that left knee down towards the floor. And then gently try and push both knees down, keeping your body forward, and feel the stretch through the back of the legs, through the lower back, through your shoulders. And then gently pull your toes towards your nose and you'll feel the stretch in your calf. Push those toes away, release those knees. Sit yourself up vertical, roll those shoulders up to the ears, back, pop your fists on the floor just behind your bum. Squeeze your elbows together, push your chest forward. Straightening your arms and pushing your hands into the floor, pushing that chest forward and up. Take the chin up. Big breath in, fill those lungs up with air and lift that chest. And then breathe out, bring your chin down into your chest, keeping your hands on the floor, keeping your elbows pushing together. Pull that chin down towards the chest. Take the head a bit to the right, so you're looking to the right-hand side of the right leg. And really push that left ear away from that left shoulder. And then swing those eyes across the center and take the head over to the left. And really push that left ear away from that left shoulder. Breathing in, breathing out, pushing that hand into the floor, pushing that head away. And then bring those eyes back to the center. Bring that chin down into the chest. Push those hands away. And then release those eyes. Pop your hands on your legs, slide them down your legs towards your feet, soften your knees, bring your tummy button towards your thighs. Bring your tummy as close to your thighs as you can, and then gently push that right knee down towards the floor, gently push the left. Gently push both knees down towards the floor. Pull those toes towards you, feel the stretch come into your calves. Push those toes away, and then sit yourself back up to vertical again. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, pull them down. Put the left hand on the right knee, right hand behind, lift, keep that body vertical. So push off that right hand and lift that chest up to the sky and turn around looking over that right shoulder. And then come back around to the front. Put that left hand on the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind, and then lift and turn the other way, looking all the way over that left shoulder. Keeping that body up tall, keeping that chest up tall. And then come back round to the front. Hands on the legs, breathing in. On the out breath, roll yourself all the way down towards your feet again. Soften those knees. Really pull that tummy onto those thighs. Really pull that chest down towards the knees. So have your knees as bent as you need. Loosen your head and neck. Push those knees together into the floor. And then slide your hands up your legs, sitting yourself up vertically. Roll those shoulders up to the ears. Down, take the hands behind your back, holding those hands, put them on the floor. Slide those hands away from you and lean back and stretch through that chest. Stretch through that armpit. Just go as far as is comfortable. Push that chest forward. Lifting that chest up. Lift your chest up, arching that back a little bit, stretching through the front of that body. Good, breathing in. Breathing out. So if you hold your hands together behind you, It pulls that chest a little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out. Take that chin up to the sky. And then bring that chin down towards the chest. Turn the eyes to the left-hand side of the left leg. Push that right ear away from that right shoulder. Turn those eyes round to the right-hand side of the right leg and push that left ear away from the left shoulder. Bring those eyes back to center. Sit yourself back up vertically. Sweep those hands on the floor all the way up to the sky, all the way around. Feel those shoulder joints all the way up to the sky, all the way around. And then rest them on your legs. Grab your roller, pop it behind you. Soften your knees, make sure to give yourself space on the mat. And you're going to lean back onto the bottom ribs. Lean onto the bottom ribs, breathing in. On the out breath, breathing out, push that chest up to the sky. Let that head come down to the floor. Arching the back by pushing the chest up, pushing those lower ribs up. Feel the stretch through the front of the body. Breathing in, lift that head back up. Rest on the roller, move it up a few vertebrae. Breathing in, on the out breath, push that chest up to the sky. Let those ribs stretch over that roller. Breathing out. Really empty those lungs. Breathing in, lift yourself up. Put your hands and elbows on the roller. Move it up a little bit more. And then breathing out again. And empty the lungs. That's where the real release comes, at the bottom of the empty. Breathing in, pull your head back up. Move that roller one more step up. And then breathing out, stretching over that roller, pushing that chest up high, letting that head fall on the roller, and with it just not touching the floor. So the back of my head's resting on the roller. Palms are together over my head. Push those hands away from you, straight away up above that head on the ground. Stretch those legs out straight. Breathing in, reach, lengthen the body. Breathing out, bring those hands back in. Lift that head back up. And bring the roller back to halfway down to your sort of middle of your thoracic spine. Breathing in, on the out breath, push that chest up to the sky. Let that head come down and rest on the floor so you've got an even curve in your spine. Take hold of those hands, push them up over your head, away from you. Feel the stretch through the fascia underneath the ribs. Feel the stretch all the way through that belly. Push those toes away, push those hands away, lift that chest up. Not too much load on that back. Slide those hands back in. Take hold of the head in the hands and just gently roll that roller up towards the base of the neck. And then breathing in, on the out breath, roll it all the way back down to those bottom ribs. All the way back down. And when you get there, breathing in. And breathing out, roll it all the way back up to the base of the neck. And then we're going to lean on the right hand side and just roll a little bit to the right of the spine, all the way down to the bottom ribs. And then all the way back up through that shoulder to the base of the neck. All the way back down again to the bottom rib. And then leaning over onto the right hand side. Go through that armpit. Down towards those bottom ribs. Gently. You can use your bum on the floor. You can use your other arm to push your weight off the roller a bit, or you can lift everything up. Leaning down on the back, just back side of the side. Support the head if your neck feels delicate. And then get all the way over onto the back again. Just lifting up those elbows, keeping those armpits stretched. All the way down and then over onto that left-hand side. Just the left-hand side of the spine to start with. Make sure you support your head if it's feeling delicate in the neck. Use your hands. You can rest your bum on the floor if you want to have less body weight on the roller. You can rest your elbow and your other hand on the floor. Go all the way over onto that left-hand side. Through those ribs, through the armpit. And then rolling all the way back onto the back. All the way down. all the way up, opening, really reaching. Rest with the roller in the middle of that thoracic spine in your bra strap area. Lengthen those legs out. Take those hands all the way up to the sky above your chest. Take those hands all the way down over your head. Feel how much freer your shoulders are from just that little roll through your armpits. Push those fingers away from the toes. Breathing in, slide the hands back towards the head. Lift that chin up towards the chest. And using your elbows on the roller, bring yourself back up to sitting. Take yourself, leave the roller behind you because we're going to use it again in a second. Grab your tennis ball. Grab your tennis ball. So tennis ball, we're going to place under the right butt cheek. So we put it under the right bum. So I'm using my feet and my hands to put the right amount of body weight onto that ball. You can monitor the body weight so that I want you to start off by doing circles on the ball. So it's rolling around in that butt cheek. So going out to the side, across and through. Keep those shoulders back and down while you like this. Don't let your shoulders round forwards. Circles with that ball. All the way around. Now circles the other way. So while you're doing this, you're exploring where the sensitive points are. You're finding out where the knots are. So if you're not really feeling it, go more to the outside of the leg. Go more to the bottom of the bum, towards the top of the leg. And then I want you to find an area of discomfort and just hold yourself on it. And you're going to lift that knee up towards the other one and lower it. Lift that knee up. So we're tethering on the knot, lifting that knee up and lower. Lift it up, hold it there, and then straighten that leg out. And then bend it. Straighten that leg out. Keep yourself on the knot. If it dissipates, roll around a bit, find another one. Keep those shoulders back, straightening and bending. Move that ball again, massage a bit again. Find another knot. So sometimes on the outside edge of the butt cheek, you can find some. Lifting up, lifting down. So you're basically starving by putting pressure on it. You're stopping the flow of blood. You're demanding a flow by moving the leg, lifting the knee up, lowering it down, stretching that glute over the ball. Straightening that leg, bending it. The fibers go in all sorts of different directions. So we move the leg in different ways. Turn the toes in, turn the toes out. And you'll find the knots dissipate. Now roll again on the ball. And then rest the left butt cheek down. Take the ball out and put it over onto the left-hand side. So same thing. So you can go on for hours with this, but you just got to be careful you don't bruise yourself. So rolling that ball. Rolling that ball around. Find where the knots are. Rest yourself on a knot. And then lift that knee up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Lifting the knee up, dropping it down. Lift the knee up, drop it down. And then lengthen that leg straight and bend. Straight and bend. Straight and bend. Straighten and bend. Good. Straightening and bending. Good. Turning the toe in, turning it out. Rest the foot on the floor and then roll the ball again and find another point of tension. Same thing. Lift the knee up, lower it down. Lift the knee up, lower it down. Lift it up, lower it down, straighten and bend it again. Let's do 4 or 5 movements of the leg. And then rest that foot down, roll that ball through that glute. Massaging it, getting that blood flow. And then rest your bum down and move the ball out of the way. Bring the roller back in. Roll back in, one hand either side, either end of the roller, and sit yourself up on it. Hands on the floor behind, and we're going to roll the roller through that. Roll the roller through that right side. So I'm just leaning back on it a little bit. Good, keeping my chest open, keeping my shoulders back and down. And then I'm going to lean over and go onto that left side. It's a bit like rolling pastry after you've kneaded it. Smooth it all out. So go up through that hip, down to the top of the leg, through that hip, down to the top of the leg, through. And then we're going to roll over onto the left-hand side, down and up. So just the top of the leg here, through that hip. So through that iliotibial band attachment on the outside of the leg. And then over onto the hip flexors. That's the top of your hip here. Over onto the front. And then cross over your pubic bone and do that right leg through the hip flexor. Over onto the side. Up on the top of the iliotibial band attachment. And then round onto the back of your hip. Through that glute. And you can apply more or less weight. You can take both feet off the ground, or you can have one foot on the ground. You can put 2 feet on the ground. And then all the way over onto that right bum. And then when you've done both butt cheeks, we're going to roll the roller down. And we're going to put the hamstrings on it. So rest it in the bulk of the hamstring and roll down to the top of the knee, down, up into that bum. Down to the top of the knee, up into that bum. Turn those toes into each other and feel a bit more on the inner thigh. Lift that left leg up. Turn over onto the inside of that right leg. Get it up inside your groin a little bit. Turn that right leg so the foot goes up to the sky again. And then turning over, you can put your left foot on the floor. Turning over onto the outside edge of this right leg. You can take both feet off the floor if you want. All the way up. All the way down. So you have to move your arms on the mat. And then roll over onto the front of that leg. Through that quad. Over onto the front. Keep that left leg up on the back of the right if you need, if you want. Get more weight on that right leg. And then turn the right leg so the toes are out so you get on that inner thigh. And then swap legs. So I'm on my left leg, turn the toes outward. We get that inner thigh. Then go across on the quads. Again, I can lift my right leg up if I want more weight on the left. And then turning over onto that left leg. Over on the outside edge of it. Make sure you get all the flesh done. All the way around onto the outside edge. And then all the way over onto the back side. And then back onto the back side of that leg. And then turn those toes inward and get the inside. Drop your bum on the floor. Move that roller down a little bit more and put those calves on it. So, same again, up to the base of the knee and to the top of the Achilles. Down and up. Again, if this is not really feeling much, pick one leg up, rest it on the other one. If it's feeling fine with 2, carry on as you are. Turn the toes. So if you've got both feet on, turn the toes outward. and get on the outside. If you've got one leg on, turn the toe to the outside edge of your legs on the roller, and then roll it over so that you get the inside edge on the roller. Same on the other leg, outside leg, edge rather, all the way over to the inside edge. And then rest your bum on the floor, keep that roller underneath your knees. Knees bent, move your bum so it's in the middle of the mat. Hold that roller towards your bum, and then roll yourself down to flat. Keep that roller up towards your bum. Bring your feet in so they're under your knees. You're going to do the sacroiliac joint. So keeping the feet under the knees, roll those shoulders up to the ears into the floor, slide them down. Push off those elbows a bit, arch that back up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, pushing the tailbone in the floor, pushing the back of the head in the floor. And then release. Holding those shoulders flat, holding those ribs on the ground, having a small lift off the lower back, jaw in the core. Make sure you're bringing your tummy towards your spine. Now we're going to push the back straight up, not bridging. So toes off the floor, push through the heels and lift that back up straight, opening into those hip flexors. Bring that roller in and rest it under the hip. Resting on your shoulders, your hips and your feet. Draw your waistband down towards the floor, so engaging your tummy muscles. So that you're not arching that lower back. Keeping those knees up high. We're going to drop that left knee down away from the right one. And then lift it up. Rest your fingertips on the edge of your pelvis. Drop that left knee down to the outside and bring it back up. Drop it down to the side, keep it there. Right, we're stretching our sacroiliac joint. We're now going to drive the left-hand side of our hip into the roller. So I'm going to push downwards on the left. Downwards on the left. So my right side, you can put a piece of paper under it. It's just off the roller. Pushing down on the left, down on the left. And you'll feel a glide through that sacroiliac joint, down through the left, down through the left, down through the left. Bring those knees back together. Now this might be painful, but just bear with it. Just go into a little bit of discomfort. Don't go into shooting pain, but just go into a little bit of discomfort. Drop that left knee out, push that left hip in. Bring that left hip back, knee back up. Drop the left knee out, push that hip into the roller, bring that left knee back up. Drop that left knee out, push that hip into the roller, bring that left knee back up. Okay, right side, make sure your tummy's engaged, pull that lower back down towards the floor, drop the right knee out, bring that right knee back. So fingers on the hips and you'll feel the change in position of those hips to each other. Drop the right knee out, bring it back up. Drop the right knee out, drive that right hip into the roller. 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 One more, drive it in. Bring that right knee up. Drop the right knee out, drive it into the roller. Bring that knee back up. Drop the right knee out. Drive the right side into the roller, bring that knee back up. Drop the right knee out, drive that right hip into the roller and bring that knee back up. Just holding onto the roller, engage that core, lift that right foot off the floor, have the knee above the hip. Shoulders back and down, lift that left knee off the floor, have them above, both knees above the hips. Take those feet above the knees and let those feet roll up over your head. Push the knees to the sky and try to straighten your legs. Use the roller as a prop. Push off that roller with the arms and rest the spine against it. Push those toes away from you. Pull those toes to your nose. Push those toes away. Pull those toes to your nose. Circles with your feet to the right. Circles with your feet to the left. Pull the toes to your nose, push the knees away. Feel the stretch in the calf, release the feet. Soften the knees down towards your chest, pushing off the roller, let that lower back stretch, and then bend those knees, feet come towards the bottom. Draw in the tummy, protect it, keep that lower back or the waistband pulling to the floor, and gently open your hips, taking the knees to the sky, all the way over, feet back to the floor. Put your toes on the floor, keep that waistband pulled to the ground so you don't arch the lower back. Take the weight of the body on the toes and push that roller out of the way. Roll that back all the way down to the floor. Flatten your legs, your feet rather. Roll those shoulders up, ears down and back. Slide those fingers down towards the feet. Breathing in, extend that right leg, extend that left leg. Breathing out, push off those elbows and lift that chest up to the sky, squeezing those shoulder blades together, lengthening the front of the body. Breathing in, breathing out. Every in-breath, fill the lungs up with air and stretch the ribs. Every out-breath, squeeze those shoulder blades together and try to get your ribs all the way up to the sky, above those shoulders, above those elbows. Putting those shoulder blades together behind you, and then release and flatten that back onto the ground. Breathing in. Bring that left knee in, bring that right knee in, bring the nose to the knees, hug yourself up, lift that tailbone up, and then release. Put that left foot on the floor. Put that right foot on the floor. Slide those legs out straight. Take the arms all the way over the head, breathing in. On the out breath, push those fingers away from the toes. Push the right hand away from the right foot, left hand away from the left foot, both hands from both feet, and then bring those hands all the way up to the sky, pulling the shoulders down towards the waist. Bring those fingers all the way down by the side. Slide those hands down towards the feet, pulling those shoulders into the floor and letting them slide down, connecting the top ribs, middle ribs, bottom ribs with the ground. Small arch in that lower back. Hands on your pelvis, put your fingers on your pubic bone. Put the base of the ball of your hand on the bony bit on the front. That should be horizontal, that line to the floor. Pelvis is in neutral, small lift of the lower back. Put those hands back on the ground, slide those fingers, palms up under the top of your legs, breathing in. On the out breath, you're going to push through those elbows, lift that chest up to the sky and come onto the top of the head again, breathing in. Fill those lungs up with air and stretch those ribs, breathing out. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, opening that chest, gliding those shoulders under your back and lifting your breastbone up high. And then release that body down to the floor. Bring that right knee in. Bring that left knee in, bring the nose to the knees, lift the tailbone up off the ground and release, head to the ground, bum to the ground. Bring the tailbone up, hold it here and then release. Hold on to that right knee, shoulders up to the ears down and back, put the left leg on the floor, send it away straight. Pull that right knee up towards the armpit, breathing in. Breathing out, pull that right leg all the way over the body, stretching that right hand away from you. Pushing the right hand away, turning the eyes to the right. So lift your head up and make sure your spine is straight through your neck, through your shoulders, through your lower back. Push that right ear to the floor, pushing that right hand away, pushing the right knee to the ground, but you're extending, let that hip follow the knee. Let the shoulder follow the hand, so we're stretching the torso. And release, come back onto your back. Bring that knee up towards your armpit again, breathing in. Breathing out, lengthen that left leg away, pull the right knee up. Pull the right knee over the body. Pushing that right hand away. Breathing in, extending, breathing out. Good, rolling over onto that left hand side. Support your head with your left arm. Take hold of your right leg in your right hand. Tuck your pubic bone forward. Make sure that your breastbone, tummy button and pubic bone are in a straight line. Look down your body. Notice your knees potentially in front of your body. Extend your foot and your hand behind your body. So your knee comes behind without pushing that pubic bone backwards. Push that foot into the hand. Push that right foot into the hand. Extend that right leg and right hand away from your body. Pushing it behind, keep that pubic bone forward, keep the tummy engaged. Lengthen that leg and hand away. You might need the left leg to go forward a bit to balance you. And then release. Turn yourself over onto your back. Pull that right knee up into your shoulder again. Push that left leg away, stretch through those hips. Take hold of that right foot. Pull that right foot up, push that right foot, right knee away. Bring that left leg up, use it against the right foot. Push that right knee away, hold it there. Push the knee into the hand. Push that right knee into that right hand. Breathing in. Breathing out. Release the push and turn that leg a bit further. Rotating in the hip. Release the leg. Pull that knee up higher again. Pull that knee across the body, pushing that right hand away. Follow the hip after the knee. Follow the shoulder after the hand. Stretch that shoulder away from that hip. Breathing in, breathing out, release. Pull that knee in one more time and then let go of the right leg. Extend it out straight. Push those arms all the way over the head. Extend that right hand away from the right foot. Extend that left hand away from the left foot. Bring your arms all the way up to the sky. Bring that left foot in towards your hand. Pull with your hands and bring that knee up to your armpit. Push that right foot away. Extend through that hip. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Breathing in. On the out breath, pull that left leg all the way over the body to the floor. Push that left hand away. Breathing in. Extend that left hand away. Follow the shoulder after the hand. Extend that right knee away, following the hip after the knee. So we're pushing that shoulder away from the hip, stretching through those ribs and that lower back. Lifting that head, making the ear come to the floor, breathing in. Breathing out, roll back onto your back. Pull that left knee up towards the armpit. Breathing in on the out breath, pull that leg over the body again, extending through those ribs. Stretching through that lower back. And then release the arm and roll onto that right hand side. Support the head with the underneath arm. Breastbone, tummy button, pubic bone in a line. Pull that pubic bone forward. Take hold of this left foot in the left hand. Roll that left shoulder up to the ears, back and down, and pull that left leg behind you. Push that left foot into the left hand. Extend that left leg behind. Breathing in. On the out breath, push that left leg behind you. Push that foot into that hand. You might need the right leg to come forward to balance you. Pushing that foot away behind. Stretching through the hip, stretching through the front of that leg, and then release that leg. And roll over onto your back. And pull that knee up in towards your shoulder again, pushing that right leg away, extending through that hip, extending through the groin. Breathing in on the out breath, roll the knee over the body, push that knee to the floor, push that left hand away, turn that ear to the ground again. Breathing in, stretch those ribs apart, breathing out. Roll back onto your back, hold onto the left knee, take hold of the left foot, bring that right leg up, push that right knee away, pull that right leg towards, pulling the foot, the left foot towards the face, the left knee goes away. Hold that leg in this rotation. Breathing in, push that leg up into the hand, breathing out. Shoulders up to the ears, back and down, top rib, middle rib, bottom rib on the floor. Lower back slightly lifted, tailbone pushing down. Pushing that knee into the hand, breathing in. And on the out breath, release that push and push the leg away, the knee away, pull the foot towards, turning that leg, turning that shin, turning that lower leg in order to create rotation in the hip. Release that right leg out, keep hold of the left knee. Pull that left knee up towards the armpit, stretch through that groin. Pull this left leg over the body, pushing the eyes over towards the left hand, pushing the hand away, shoulder away from hip, breathing in, breathing out, extend. And then roll back onto the back. And then pull that left knee in. And then send that left leg away and send those hands all the way over the head. Pushing the left leg from the left hand, pushing the right leg from the right hand, stretching, lengthening that body. Pushing both hands away from both feet, bringing those arms all the way up to the sky, keep them up to the sky. Pull those shoulders down towards the waist, lengthen that neck. Continue those arms all the way down to the floor. Top ribs, middle ribs, bottom ribs on the ground, lower back slightly lifted, pelvis horizontal. Bring that right knee in. Bring that left knee in. Keep that spine in neutral. Pull those knees towards the chest without letting the tailbone lift up. Keep that lower back slightly lifted. Keep those ribs on the ground. Pull those shoulders back and down. Pull those knees in and stretch in that hip joint. Let those knees drop out to the side. Release on the pull of the knees up to the chest. Let the knees drop down, feel the inner thigh. Feel the inner thigh stretching. Hands on the inside of the legs, push those knees, hold the legs apart and push the knees into the arms. Breathing in, breathing out. Release the push, extend the right leg out straight, extend the left leg out straight. Doing the splits in the air, pull the toes to the nose, push those toes away. Pull those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Ribs on the floor, lower back lifted, flex those ankles. Point those toes, flex those ankles. Holding those legs apart, push those legs, try to bring them together, but resist with your hands. Breathing in and on the out breath, release. Let those legs stretch further. Let that left leg bend in, let the right leg bend in, bring those knees together. Hug those knees into the chest, lift the tailbone up, bring the nose to the knees. Take those hands past the bum, arms straight. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, pull them down. Push those arms away from your body. Breathing in. On the out breath, take those arms all the way up to the sky, take the head down to the floor, take the arms all the way over the head, keeping the shoulders back and down. Breathing in. Take that right leg down to the floor, get into neutral spine. Neutral spine, extend that right leg out straight. Neutral spine, don't let the back arch, feel the core engage. Bring that right leg back in, all the way back up. Breathing in. On the out breath, extend that left leg over, toes touching the floor. Slide that leg out straight, making sure you're keeping neutral spine. You've got a small lift of the lower back. All the ribs are on the ground. Bring that left leg back in. Bring those arms all the way up to the sky. Bring the nose to the knees. Hold onto the feet and snuggle yourself up. Breathing in. On the out breath, take those arms all the way over to the floor. Take the head down. Keeping the shoulders back and down. Now take both legs, toes go down to the floor, engaging that core. Rest the tippy toes on the floor, lengthen the head away from the body and slide those feet out straight on the ground. Sliding those legs out straight, push those hands away from the toes, neutral spine, feel the core, feel the shoulders. Breathing in, on the out breath, bring those legs slowly back in towards the body. Lift them up, bring the arms all the way up to the sky and snuggle yourself back up again. Breathing in, on the out breath, open, take the arms over and the legs if you feel like it. Otherwise, keep them separate, do the upper body and then the lower. Extend those legs out straight. If you want more of a challenge, you can hold your fingers and your toes just off the ground. If you don't, bring those toes back in along the floor, bring those hands up to the sky, chin up into the big knee tuck. Snuggle up. And then opening yourself out. Come into neutral spine, extend those legs, using the floor for support if you need. Bring those legs back in, bring those arms back up to the sky and snuggle all the way back up. Breathing in. On the out breath, open. Extend yourself out straight. Breathing in, on the out breath, close. Hold yourself here. Breathing in, on the out breath, open. Reach those hands away, reach those legs away, and then rest everything on the ground. Breathing in. On the out breath, hands up to the sky, chin into the chest, and roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Hands on the legs, reaching all the way forward. All the way forward, let that head come down. Push those knees down to the ground. Lift those hands up just above the toes. Draw in the core. Lift that body up to vertical. Lift that body up to vertical. Bring those hands around. Put them on the floor behind. Put them on the floor behind. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Push off those arms, squeezing those elbows together. Breathing in. Pull those toes towards the nose. Push those toes away. Pull the toes to the nose. Clench the thighs, push them in the ground. Clench the bum and release. Have your eyes horizontal. Clench the bum and lift those hips up off the ground. Lift those hips up. Hold yourself here. Take the eyes to the sky and then lower those hips down towards the floor. Turn those fingers around so they point towards your body. Breathing in. On the out breath, bring the toes towards the nose. Tighten those thighs, push those knees in the ground. Push those elbows together, breathing in. On the out breath, push the heels in the floor, clench the bum, lift that body up. Hold those toes to the sky. Take those eyes to the sky, lift that body up, breathing in. And on the out breath, lower back down to the floor. Push off those arms, so you roll through the palm of your hand and stretch it. Bring those hands all the way forwards. Gliding forward over those feet. Sitting back up to neutral and leaning back. Chests up. Gliding all the way forwards, hands over the feet, keep neutral spine. Breathing in, shoulders back, everyone. Breathing out, leaning back. Lift that chest up. Keep that neutral spine. Take those arms out wide. Bring those hands back together. Sit yourself back up. Glide forward over those feet. Good. Sit yourself back up. Lean yourself back. Take those hands apart. Bring those hands back together. Come back up to vertical. Bring those arms all the way back around you. Put your fingertips on the floor behind. Lean back through the palm. Pull those elbows together. Push that chest up to the sky. Tighten those thighs, push those knees in the ground, pull the toes to the nose. Clench the bum, breathing in. On the out breath, lift those hips up off the floor. Make sure you're not hyperextending your knees, so keep them a little bit bent if you need, but tighten those thighs. Breathing in, on the out breath, push the chest up higher. And then lower that bum all the way down to the ground. Roll through those hands. And come up to vertical, slide those hands down your knees, all the way down towards your feet. Let that head hang down, breathing in. Breathing out, sit yourself back up. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind. Lift and turn that body round to the right. Come back to the front. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind, lift and turn. Looking around that left side. Coming round to the front. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Lift those hands up high, breathing in. On the out breath, lower that body all the way down to the ground. Take those arms all the way over the head and push those fingers away from the toes. Pull those shoulders down towards the waist. Bring those hands all the way up to the sky. Bring them all the way down by your side. Breathing in. Draw in that core. Lift that right leg straight up into the sky. Hold on to the back of the leg and pull it towards the face. Point the toe, flex the foot. Point the toe, flex the foot. Circle with that ankle. Circle the other way. Take those arms back down to the floor, palms up, and lower that right leg down to the ground, no moving of the torso. Bring that left leg straight up into the sky. Hold on to the back of the leg with the hands. Pull that leg towards your head, point your toes. Flex your feet, shoulders are back and down, circles with that ankle. Circle the other way with that ankle. Pull that leg over towards the face. Release those hands, palms up, shoulders are back and down. Top rib, middle rib, bottom rib on the ground, lower back slightly lifted. Lower that left leg to the floor, keeping that torso strong. Point the toes. Lift that right leg up to the sky. Flex the foot, lower that right leg down to the floor. Left foot, point the toe. Lift up for 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot lower for 3, 2, 1. Point the toes, right foot up for 3, 2, 1. Left foot up for 3, 2, 1. Flex both feet. Right leg down. Good. Tap the heel on the floor, lift that right leg back up. Flex the feet, left leg down. Tap the heel on the floor, keep the foot flexed, lift that leg back up. Point the toes, right leg down. Tap the floor, lift that leg back up. Left leg down, keeping that right leg pulling towards the face so it keeps it vertical. Lift that left leg back up. Breathing in, push those feet to the sky. Hands on the legs, reach up to the feet and release. Reach up to the feet and release. And again for 3. Release. For 2. Release. For 1. Release. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Push those fingers down. Draw in the core. And if you can, both legs down to the floor. If you can't, do one leg at a time. Both legs down to the floor. Hold them just above the floor. Lift the right leg up. Hold it. Lift the left leg up. Lower the right leg down. Lower the left leg down. Bring the left leg up. Bring the right leg up. Both legs down if you can, pushing those toes away, keeping that core strong. Bring that right leg back up. Bring that left leg back up. Lower that right leg down. Hold it there, lower that left leg down. Hold it just above the floor, relax the neck and release. Breathing in, bring those hands up to the sky, chin into the chest, roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Hands on the legs, reaching all the way down towards those toes. Breathing in, breathing out. Sit yourself up nice and tall, bring those arms up in front of you. Bring those arms all the way up to the sky. Release those arms all the way out wide. Dust the floor, bring those arms all the way up to the sky. Breathing in, push those arms all the way up tall. Breathing out. Bring those arms all the way out wide. Pop them on the floor behind your bum. Lift that chest up high. Pull those shoulder blades back. Take the chin up high. Pull the chin down. Bring the eyes to horizontal. Turn the head to the right. Turn the head to the left. Bring those eyes to the front. Take those hands off the floor, keeping that chest lifted. Sweep those fingers all the way up to the sky. Palms together. Push those hands up. Big breath in. Big breath out. Release those hands. Rest them on your legs and roll your shoulders. Well done. Good work. So that was a bit more all over because we had a few people who haven't been for a while.